Hello, everyone. Dan Mason here with another Paul Wally fan whose feelings were hurt. Let's take a look, shall we? Hello, Stefca. You said, "You are saying a lot, proving nothing." Wallis is certainly not the only one who has studied the languages and came to those conclusions. The mainstream narrative has no more proof than this narrative. Your assertion without evidence, bare assertion fallacy. Saying, "You are saying a lot, proving nothing," is just an accusation, not a counter-argument. If someone makes claims, the way to challenge them is with evidence, not dismissal. This tactic dodges the responsibility of engaging with the actual content. It's rhetoric meant to shut down debate, not advance it. Your appeal to authority, false authority. The defense that Wallis is not the only one who studied the languages is irrelevant unless those scholars are actually credible in the relevant field. Their work has been peer-reviewed or tested against the historical record. Simply claiming that others agree does not prove correctness. Cult leaders and pseudoscientists also gather followers, but consensus among fringe thinkers is not the same as scholarly proof. Your false equivalence. The statement, "The mainstream narrative has no more proof than this narrative," is factually untrue and a logical fallacy. The mainstream biblical narrative is based on thousands of manuscripts, archaeological evidence, linguistic consistency, and centuries of critical analysis. Wallis's reinterpretations are speculative, often relying on imaginative readings rather than the established rules of language and context. To equate the two is to ignore the difference between documented evidence and personal theory. Your burden of proof shift. By saying the mainstream has no more proof, Stefca, you attempt to shift the burden of proof. In reality, it is Wallis, and those like him, who are introducing a new claim against established history. That means the burden of proof rests on them, not the mainstream. You don't get to tear down centuries of scholarship with speculation and then demand the mainstream redefend every pillar of evidence to match your untested theory. Your circular reasoning trap. Stefca, I notice how your argument works in a loop. Wallis is right because others agree, and the mainstream is wrong because it's no stronger than Wallis. That's not proof, it's circular reasoning. If the best defense of a theory is others believe it too, then the argument has no independent foundation. My closing point. Stefca, your defense of Paul Wallis rests on weak logic, bare assertion, appeal to fringe agreement, false equivalence, and a shifting of the burden of proof. The reality is that the mainstream biblical account stands on a mountain of historical and linguistic evidence, while Wallis's work depends on selective reinterpretation. The difference between the two isn't even. It's the difference between evidence and speculation. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Please like, comment, and support the channel. We will see you in the next video.